podcast, welcome to Keeping This week's podcast is brought to you by Roto Dryad.
Brilliant.
I need to stick to my eyes now looking at the trouser.
Done this again.
What is Roto Dryad?
Well, we're going to tell you right now, Kevin.
They could be the newest best football team I've ever seen.
Simon, he's a wee bit mad.
You suffer from dry or itchy eyes at times from staring at screens too long because you're watching the football or gaming, which you used to do a lot.
Yeah.
You can give yourself some relief by hydrating them with Roto Dryad.
They'll be perfect for the old Twitch stream.
Tell you what,
won't
that's too late for me. My mince pies are done.
they? I see.
No, that'll help you, Kev. Stick some in it. Stick some in it. Roto Dryad relieves 8 dry eye symptoms for up to 12 hours. Symptoms include dryness, soreness, itchiness, irritation, burning, grittiness, stinging, and tiredness.
Wow.
I need it because
So take away the next bit for us, mate. Roto Dryad can be used with contact lenses. You just need to remove contact lenses before applying the drops, then wait 15 minutes before putting contact lenses on. I like your brown socks.
They were white at one stage. This product we're using here is gluten-free, which is magnificent for
Which
the world.
I'm really into.
You got massive
gluten-free stuff just now.
Gluten-free eye drops.
Gluten-free eye drops,
Just in case you want to eat it.
And so where can you buy it for?
You can buy the product on Amazon.
I think
That's how big that is.
Well, you've just tried the product. How do you feel?
My eyes are wide awake.
And also the link in the description box.
Below, aye.
I've just tried it as well, right? And his gear's just as bad.
I got this today in H&M.
I tell you what, I'm liking that.
And the
side.
sale.
I'm liking the
Sale.
jumper.
I like it.
Aye, I think it's the best you've looked for a while.
Is it, mate?
Aye, definitely. I even
No,
like the trainers.
definitely.
The New Balance are gone.
I must say though,
The nail bars have got dog shit all over them, mate.
it's the first pair of trousers I've seen turned up 9 times at the moment.
His fault. His fault.
I says to him, I like your trousers. Like, go and try them on. He's like, I'm not trying them on.
Do you know try on clothes ever?
No, never.
Anyone that works in H&M Glasgow tomorrow,
take them back,
do not let him bring these back tomorrow.
I'm going to wear them right and just take them back tomorrow. They're absolutely massive at the bottom, mate. The size of it at the bottom.
No,
They're
they're
actually-
right.
They're actually nice trousers, you just get them taken in.
They're nice.
Think so?
Aye.
No bad.
Turn it.
Your arse looks good in them.
I don't really like it.
Not got an arse. He's not got an
That's what
arse.
I
Yeah,
mean.
take that bit, brilliant.
I'll take him up.
You're doing well.
No
What
bad.
have you went for the day, Kev?
I don't know, I was fucking...
That's a taxi driver.
I
That is
was
a ultimate
chasing the
taxi
dark.
driver. Look,
She was raging with me.
He's a big one for knee socks.
Ankle
put socks on.
He likes his ankle socks.
Yeah,
Fucking
ankle socks.
She's raging with me.
Again?
Because I had the kids' nativity today and she just came home to I went, what are you wearing? She says, I'm fucking sitting in a car all day. What do you want me to wear?
Dive, taxi,
No.
you got me in a
No,
jogging.
I'm
eh?
What's
there.
she want you in a suit?
I'm in there.
I should have dressed like a dad for the wee man's nativity.
Aye.
Oh, did you wear that in the nativity?
Aye, too often me with it.
Could be boy saying to your wee boy, your dad's a fucking loser.
Your dad's a dead. Your dad's a fucking
Aye,
dead.
that's no use.
Get the
Good
nick of
on.
your dad.
Now, lads, before we start, seen an act of bravery this week that we need to speak about.
Aye.
Michael Owen's bravery.
Oh,
I mean, have you ever seen bravery like it?
I've never seen a mentality like it in my life, except for 25 million school wins that do that by throwing apples or piece of paper into a bin for miles away.
In tribute to him, that we're going to get a bash. What an order of approval for his dad
mean,
for
that's
chucking an apple
amazing.
in a fucking bin.
And he's-
Why is the bin next to the telly?
No, but I'm
Who the
confused
fuck puts a bin
with.
next
See
to
the video? Like, what the fuck does throwing an apple with your arm got to do with shooting fucking at a target?
It's a brave in case he
But I
misses.
think you should give the people a bit of context because they might not have seen what you're talking about.
Well, if you haven't, go onto Twitter and put in Michael Owen on Simon Jordan's podcast talking about
I'm
flinging an
still
apple at him.
baffled by that.
There you go, mate.
First
Pretend
one.
Kev's Michael Owen's dad, so Kev, if he gets it in, give him an order of approval. No, mate, you've written about...
That's a bit
I think
heavy
Michael Owen's
handed,
right, because that was fucking terrible. It's under an arm, mate, look.
Yeah.
Like it. Sorry. That's why you're elite.
Somebody messaged me, right? Somebody messaged me.
Something else, you what?
I put up on my Instagram and a guy messaged me saying, that's why he's won Ballon d'Ors and you're doing podcasts.
What, because he threw apples in a bin?
And I was like, mate, he's actually just fucking said it on a podcast, you daft bastard.
Oh, mate. Some
Imagine
people-
Michael Owen and Jake Humphries on a night out.
Mate, the band...
What do you think it would be?
Where would they go?
Aye.
Can't say, can I?
He said it before and it was a cracker, but I don't think he's allowed to repeat it.
I tell
But
you
mate,
what.
he's played with Real Madrid and that's what he wants to talk about on a podcast.
Mate, but he was genuinely serious, but...
I know.
And the bit that got me was the bit where he said, my dad gave me that nod of approval, and I'm like, surely his dad's not proud of him for putting an apple in the bin?
But he was saying it to the guys if like, you'll not believe it, I used to think
Aye.
I'm going to throw it in that bin. And that was my mentality.
And my
at
man
the
was going
time.
to shout at us. Mate, it's true, honestly,
It
get
was
yourself
mad.
on it, because it's baffling.
It baffles you. Now, somebody got their hair cut today. Who cut your hair?
Edward Penis Hands.
But you get a lot of haircuts, didn't you?
I get... Fucking, mate, the story's baffling because I got one yesterday and a guy, I said, mate, just leave the tap and fade it. He just shaves the bottom and then takes the cover off me and says, oh, and you go, and I'm thinking, he's not faded it, you've just shaved there and left it frizzy. So I've said to him a day, you're the guy, I said, we'll need to go into another barber's. You took us to a wee one, didn't you? And Edward Penis, we went to. And he's done the same almost.
I was just thinking,
sorry mate.
I'm just looking at it from the side here, right? And obviously when you get a fade, you fade it, you don't see any lines. I can see the line going right when the...
That's his fit.
That's 2 in the bounds, mate.
So you get 2 haircuts in 2 days?
20 quid each.
So there's any barbers out there that can fade his hair and fade his trousers? Can you get
there must be a barber out there. Go see Big Lee Miller, no?
For me, barbers are the worst at their industry in the world. I'm telling you, mate.
Are you?
I can't find a good... Maybe it's my fault because I just... Wherever,
so you don't go to a regular barber?
No, wherever I'm up that day, if I feel that I need a haircut, I'll just bosh in. So yesterday was me guy and the day we went to save it. But you would think you get one that's good.
You had a great idea to it. Is there a barber that does just pubes?
Oh, aye.
That would
the line would be at the door for the hydro, innit? Oh no, what pubes talking of haircuts, somebody's had a haircut.
Mate, you're looking incredible, even your style in it.
The tarantula's been cut.
First time in a while,
you're choking for a haircut.
I know, I did, aye.
You're looking incredible.
I was grasping onto having long hair, wasn't I?
I was getting concerned that it hadn't worked very good because you were hiding it, but it looks far better.
Roger Hanna cut it.
Roger Hanna could put it back on his own.
Who you say it looks like? I think see the guy who plays with Argentina, Rodrigo de Paul.
And it's Messi's, mate.
Maybe to see it's a spit.
No, definitely not. Definitely don't play like him anyway.
No, but
how's the Condor at the weekend, Kev?
Oh,
what did he talk about it?
Garnkirk. There's your dinner, wee man.
Garnkirk beat us.
Jude.
5-4.
Yeah, it's big Jude.
I didn't know what to say to him, but I actually went and told the coach how to play against him.
Good, Joe.
So I'll take full
Garnkirk were hungry for it.
Well, they were hungry, weren't they? Caged animals.
They were...
to be fair, you had a lot of chances early doors.
But listen, chances mean fuck all. The scoreline 5-4, disappointed, but told them
that.
Six boys in the list.
I told them that she's on the transfer list. Anyway, that shite. He's out the door.
But the bad thing is, mate, that's you done now for months.
I know.
Oh, what
about this?
ending.
That's what I need to talk about.
Go for it.
This rule, no kids football from the 8th of December to the 8th of January.
It's Michael Owen's dad that wanted the rule, wasn't it?
So I was telling that is mad. Is that just because of the weather?
I can get the thinking behind because of the weather, right? But see, for me personally, on a health point of view, that might be the only exercise some kids get, that football on a Saturday.
Well, the Bok is in futsal league, so he's not doing his homework.
That's how you need to get around it.
That's the difference, isn't it?
It was Michael Owen that wanted that rule, didn't he?
Never done futsal, so I don't really know what it is.
No, we've just entered a wee
I've never done it.
Futsal's good, mate. You done it.
I've never done it.
Can't kick your ball high, you need to play.
The bit we're getting a bit stuck at is...
The balls heavier than your dad's balls, innit?
Oh mate, the balls are rock solid, mate. Full, but you can't pass back to the goalie. So you can pass back to the goalie, so that's a wee bit we're getting a wee bit
Celtic
back.
could be fucked. Better not fucking Celtic didn't play futsal, mate.
Rogers will try ban that, wouldn't he?
Honestly, man.
Aye, but you need
It's good.
That was very good.
Forward, you stick gloves on for Celtic, they'll pass the bottom of the
Good,
ground.
Bucky, keep it coming.
You should wear a pair of fucking goalie gloves.
Okay.
There's two.
Keep that coming. Aye, but so the futsal, you can when the keeper passes it out, you can pass it to somebody else, then it goes to the goalkeeper. You can't go directly back, which I like. So I say to the kids, take him away, keep going, and then fuck you, and then go and get it. Turn on the side on. You know what I mean? He's no got his kids playing football.
So how did you get on?
Oh, just 2-1. No, they done alright. It was a good, cracking game. Fell short in the end, but at this stage it's just about expressing yourself. I couldn't care less about the result.
Oh really, right?
Nah, not really.
You're the opposite.
He's been watching these pet videos, hasn't he?
Listen, there's 2 types of fucking dads in the world. There's dads that say, come have a happy smile.
Michael
and
Owen's
there's
dad.
fucking dads that, your dad's a loser for saying that. Listen, it's all about the winning. Fucking,
There's 2 kids at dad in the world,
I've got that change wrong. Get that bit out.
Your dad's a loser. No, that's genius. No, that's genius.
There's
Dad's
losers.
just walking about smiling, and your dad's a loser.
Oh. Listen.
That's incredible.
Kev, you're the greatest human in the world.
This is what we need to do now.
You've ever done that? You ever done that in the bedroom, kid?
No.
Never taped a mouth on that?
But his son's there, man.
He's playing the golf, wee man. He's not.
Parents like that, he's dead.
We're losing 3 boys to pro youth.
Are you mate?
Aye, 3.
Well, there you go. You've
That's
done
a
your job.
testament, aye.
I know,
Testament,
I'm
Get the wins, mate. You've made a difference in a wee boy's career.
No, wee boy got 2 offers last night, actually. 2 offers for two Premier League teams, so he's going to pick one of them. And his dad was like, he doesn't know how to leave Condor. I says, like, the difference between us and Pro Youth is that it's the opposition you play on a Saturday. Because the standards there on a Saturday, you're playing against so-called the best players in Scotland at that level. So, listen, good luck to
You
them.
remember that day
Well
when
done.
you remember that day when your dad came to you and went, by the way, for boys club, it went, by the way, scouts wanting you to go into.
Aye.
I don't, you know. I
you
don't
know?
remember
I
at
get
all,
let
no.
go with Dundee United.
Did you?
Aye, with Dundee
You
United.
thought you were
Aye.
Davy Bowman.
That was a mistake, wasn't it?
They fucked that Dundee United, didn't they? No, they did. Dundee United young, mate. Aye,
Who
really
was it,
young.
Graham Livingston?
No,
How did you
I think that
end
was
up
Dundee United, mate.
do you think
So your
so?
dad just told you it was
Boys
Dundee
Club,
United.
Dundee United Boys Club.
What happened?
There was a match. Do you know what Scott Arnott were playing? It was Dundee United Boys Club. It was Dundee United Boys Club versus the real Dundee United. So what had happened was before that it was the full one, and then they put after. So we all played against each other, and after that game they put off to the Boys Club one, and I went with the Boys Club. So I never actually got to Dundee United.
I know, but I'm
Heartbreaking.
saying when the first person came to you and went, by the way, you've been scouted for a team. Remember that?
Aye.
I got scouted to Dundee first. Never been, so all my pals have been scouted to Dundee before and I hadn't been.
Aye.
And the coach came up and you've been scouted for Dundee.
Did
And then
you go?
we played Dundee Celtic. I was playing for Dundee, done really well, and then they came up to Zaffle and Celtic, I want you to go in there for.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
I don't even think I got
best,
scouted. I think I was just playing with Everton Boys Club and
Standing
Drew
outside
Todd-
Ibrox every day. Like.
Drew Todd was part of Rangers at the time. He's like, "What, take this boy." Because at that time, Everton, we had me, Flecky. There was a few that ended up going to Rangers for Everton Boys Club. Somebody can do it, mate. It's a pathway.
Yeah, I was. I got scouted by Oldham at 14.
Did you?
Oldham said, I would like you, could you come up to Glasgow? They had a training camp. They were like probably the old first division then.
Right.
And they liked me, and then eventually they invited me down to Oldham. I went away down to Oldham for like 2 or 3 days. I remember going in there and I fucking didn't even have a pair of fit boots. I had holes in my boots, so I was like cutting out a pair of it. Fuck
Jimmy
all.
Grimble?
Yeah, I actually had fuck all. It
You're
was
like
like
Jimmy
growing
Grimble?
up. So they said, oh, we'll get you a pair of boots. They gave us a pair of boots and that, and it didn't quite work out, but that was it. Oldham, and I didn't do anything. I didn't
So
do
you played, did you play boys club all the way up to
just
14?
boys club up to 17,
Did you?
16.
That's amazing.
Do you think that's a good thing?
Oh, definitely. Because
You were different to everyone else.
Jimmy
Everyone else
Vardy,
played
I
the
didn't
same,
care.
Jimmy
I didn't-
Vardy, innit?
I didn't care. Like I just played football, and then 16 left Air Boswell, and then I turned 17 in the June, and I remember I was ready to go and join leave school and join the Navy or something, and a guy phoned to say, Kevin, do you want to go for a trial for Sunderland? And I was like, aye, okay, and then never came home. That was it.
That's
Wow.
mad, isn't it?
Did you, because you were talking about your boots there, did your mum and dad always get you boots that were too big for you?
Aye, I used to wear size
I
9s.
wear 2 pairs of socks all
I'm
the time.
I'm 32-year-old and I'm a size 8, but when I was a youth team player, I wore size 10.
That's weird. I was a size
For about
9.
8 years.
My
No,
feet were
I'm
that big.
I'm still a size 8.
My feet were that fucking big, right? That growing up in Shinarweed in a sport shop, right? And there wasn't the days that online were no a thing. It was the catalogue. Catalogue only went up to size 11. You're like, fucking hell, man. My dad's like, you're getting into them, son. Right? I was like, I can't get into them.
What, so you wore boots too wee for you?
Too wee. And then what ended up happening was somebody says, try rugby boots. So rugby boots up to size 15. So I got a size 13 just for like getting away at them. But you couldn't get rugby boots in mouldies. So when I was playing
And the
for...
studs are about that
He's
size.
so when I
kicking
was
the ball at the
playing-
bar and celebrating.
So when I was playing for Air Boswell, no, Air United under 16s in the Glasgow League, a lot of the games were on ash. So I had to go and buy the rubber studs
Johnny's.
that screwed in.
Right.
So it was like that was my mouldies, rubber studs that screwed in. And see by the time I finished like 90 minutes on an ash part, the rubber fucking bumped itself off and I was cutting about with 6 metal studs. My feet were in bits. I was like, man, look at the neck of me. Turned up to Sunderland on trial.
Brilliant,
A pair of
that,
size
though,
15.
mate.
Oh, that's good, Tommy.
amazing.
That's a
And
story.
Lotto rugby boots.
When was the first time you
Big
started
Lottos.
wearing rubbers?
Lottos and
serious?
Diodoras.
Lottos and Diodoras.
Diodora.
That was the thing to you. My mum would always get me studs. So if in the summer, mate, the ground just fucking rock hard.
I know.
down the
Hated
side.
metal
Nightmare,
studs.
man.
Hated
So
them.
did I hate them, mate.
Studs.
Breads were the
I-
breads were the when
I
you're
still
younger.
hate-
You like
Bread.
wearing an apples like a metal stud.
Do you hate studs?
You wee man.
I hate studs.
Oh, I loved wearing
If I
studs.
could, I'd wear mouldies every day, every game.
Copa Mundials, get the back 2 shaved off, the middle 2 shaved off, and then 2 shaved off.
Get the same guy to shave his hair to shave the...
6 rubber studs, and then they go an inch, 3/4 inch, and then half an inch.
By the way, I don't want to go too off track, but have you ever wore a pair of boots in a game that are too small for you? I know you said when you were
How shows your
youth team
toes,
player.
mate?
Mate, it's the worst thing in the world, isn't it? We played Dundee United at Tannadice last year, one of the first games of the season. I forgot my boots.
How can you forget your boots?
I know, mate.
I remember that.
And honestly, pre-match, I was like, fuck, I've not got my boots. And all the boys were like, what the fuck you got to do? So I asked all the boys, anyone a size 8?
High heels, didn't you?
Anyone a size 8? And we Finlay Pollock was a young player at the time. He was in the squad, but he was the 19th man, 20th man, whatever it be. He's like, I'm a 7. I said, fuck, I'm going to wear them. Wore them. Oh my God, mate. See, with 10 minutes to go,
feet killing you.
I went down. The physio came on and I was like, mate, I'm not injured, but I can't. Like, my feet are gone. You need to take me
That's
off.
the worst, mate.
And to be fair to him, he told Robin Nielsen, he's like, I struggled with his groin, but it was my feet, I couldn't.
Oh, he's done you a belter, mate. Imagine
he helped me.
That's what I'm saying, he's done you, he's helped you a belter. Imagine telling the manager you forgot your boots.
Oh my God.
I had the worst boots. I had high-tech football boots.
Oh, they were honking high-tech.
High-techs were stinking of shite.
High-tech football boots.
Oh, Cameron's wearing Puma Kings.
Michael owns dad wore high-techs for jeans.
He still wears them,
That was when I went to Sunderland, right, and they said we're going to sign you, I said, look, see when I sign, there's only a chance I could get like a pair of boots. And they were like, I will get you a pair of boots. And the kit man turned up one day with a brand new studs and mouldies Puma Kings. I thought these things were the fucking goats of boots, and I had them on. I was like, fucking hell, man.
Terrible, man.
Honking.
What would you do if it was Peter Reid's knee-high boots?
Is he still got them?
What were your favourite boots?
Reds.
The R9s, mate.
No, remember the Davids one in the cage?
The Nike.
The Nike. I love
the silver R9s are F50s. I love the F50s.
Nah,
The Spider F50s.
I was never good enough to wear
Tempo.
papers or F50s or that.
Or you know?
Nah.
No, you're a player, mate.
Grafter.
Tempo CTRs were good. Nike
ones?
CTRs.
I can't remember the
just
ones.
after
Remember
Tempo,
the Nike Tempo that had the black tongue with the big white Nike tick on the tongue, and everybody
Lenny,
folded
Lenny
it over.
was
No, Rab Douglas had them on since he was 4, mate.
They were the daddy back in the day.
What were yours then?
The Nike ones where it was like Davids wore them. Remember the adverts in the cage, mate?
Aye, the belters.
They were belters, black, white and red.
Did you know you used to see Lenny used to take about 1 million pair of boots to a game?
Million pair of boots. And you used to do your tits in because you need to fucking clean the million pair of boots.
Why would you do that?
What's that?
Like Lennon used to take lots of pairs to a game.
I told you,
to piss the youth team off.
And we were on. I was on work experience, and me and Midge Gardine were cleaning the boots, and he went, "I'm not cleaning the boots today. I can't be fucked." He's like, "Lenny, what pair of boots you take to the game tomorrow?" And Lenny went, "Who the fuck are you calling Lenny?" And Midge went like, "Fucking you." And Lenny was buzzing off of me. But honestly, do you know what Lenny used to take and never wear? Remember the silver Reeboks?
Aye.
Like, you
Giggs
couldn't see
had
the lace. Giggs had them.
Giggs had them.
Giggs had them, do you remember? Silver, black and red.
Aye.
Lenny used to take about
I do
8 pair of them and then just wear a pair of fucking Copas.
Because I remember then he used to wear Copas, didn't he?
Copas,
Aye.
I don't
I
know.
like Copas, to be fair.
The all
Puma
players do
Kings,
that?
man, no.
The all players sort of take a lot of pair of boots.
I remember-
I take a pair of moles, a pair of studs, that's it.
I
I
remember
think they
Niall
did it.
Quinn fucking, he was probably like, maybe when would that be, like, let's think, maybe 2000. And he rocked in with a pair of fucking, remember the first ever Predator boots? The first ones with the rubber grips on
the
them.
grips
They were
on the
like
front.
94. He opened up a box of them and started wearing them. And the boy's like, where the fuck did you get them? He says, oh, they got sent to me 10 years ago and I've just brought them out.
Nah, you're shouldn't be wearing Preds.
No, that's not him
It
at
was just for
all.
training, but fucking, I
All the old
remember
school boots are coming back now, but aren't they?
I know.
The old school
Nah,
Preds and that.
belters, the Preds,
the
innit?
very
Boots are
original,
shite now, they ones.
the very, very first ever pair of Preds were the daddy.
Nah, Preds were a daddy.
They
Right,
could be the
Celtic versus Killie, here we go.
But I've only caught the highlights, lads. So
Don't cop it.
No.
You told me there you watched the full thing 3 times.
I've watched it and I've watched.
Come on. This is what
Come
people
on.
have been
No,
waiting
This is where
but I
Peter-
want to ask you, what was the big difference for the first half to the second half? That's what I want to
Killie
know.
pressed him higher up the pitch and went man for man, two up against him.
And what was Celtic
couldn't play
could
through the
cope with?
press. Kept kicking the ball up the pitch. Or Hart was clipping balls to Greg Taylor, who's the smallest guy in the pitch.
I seen Rodgers actually saying that after the game. He said we stopped passing the ball, but that's not acceptable. But when you've
Like,
What's that
Celtic
down
played
to?
well first half, but
Aye.
they played well because Killie's press was all wrong.
Aye.
They were doing the old pivot press and Phillips just kept... I think the plan was to leave Nat Phillips on the ball and try and press him at a certain... But he was actually decent at stepping in and playing a pass. It's half time, Killie went 2 right up against Watkins and Vassell right up against the 2 centre backs.
That made it
And
difficult.
Celtic just couldn't play through it.
it's just
Not enough bravery to go and get the ball with a man up your arse, take the ball under pressure, no movements, rotations to when the ball went to the centre back to get out. And Killie battered him second half, and lack of physicality for Celtic. Thought Killie absolutely bullied them.
I said that could be the best performance I've seen outside Rangers and Celtic against one of the old firm for 45 minutes. I thought Killie were unbelievable in the second half. Like,
Definitely.
very, very good. And to be fair, like you said, you could see it coming at the time, couldn't you? And I always think, like, when Celtic and Rangers are 1-0 up, you always fancy them to hold on, well, 9 times out of 10. But at that point in time before the equaliser, you fancied Kilmarnock to get a goal because it was constant pressure, it was coming. I thought Danny Armstrong and Matt Kennedy, to be fair, the two of them were very, very good. I thought our cousin Celtic.
I think that's the problem with Celtic recently. When they go a goal up, you want them to go in and get your 2, your 3, your 4 and put the game to bed. But when they go a goal up,
should that, to be fair,
they should. But when it stays 1-0 for so long, teams can sense if you think of the St Johnstone game, they go 1-0 up, and then in the dying minutes, Joe Hart's had to make an unbelievable. They were 2-1 up, and Joe Hart's had to make an unbelievable save. There's a bit of vulnerability in Celtic. I think when they're no miles ahead. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's.
See, before we go to Celtic though, Killie, think about this, mate. They were in the Championship 2 years ago.
I know.
When Derek McInnes took them over, and they've beat Celtic Rangers 3 times this year.
I know. Brilliant. I think that one was the best because in the past when they got the result for Celtic Rangers, it's probably they get that goal and sit in. But yesterday they came out, didn't they, and just with a much better team.
I don't know. I think Celtic's been poor for weeks. Let's not beat about the bush. I
was at the Hibs game. They were decent against Hibs at home.
But were they decent? So that's what on the podcast a few weeks ago we said. Would Hibs be open and expansive in the way they have been and taking it from the back? Would that suit Celtic?
Sorry, say that, mate.
There's no how like Hibs are playing this open game where they take it from the show. That suits Celtic. I didn't doubt for a second that Celtic wouldn't beat Hibs comfortably because of the way Hibs play. But when teams become a bit more compact and aggressive, I think Celtic's certain players in Celtic's team struggle with that.
I seen it at pre-season, mate. Remember I said to you, they played Bilbao. Bilbao came and pressed high at the pitch. They couldn't. They just kept the ball. They're still doing it now. There's no way of getting out of a high press. And then again, I didn't want to go on a bit because I know what I always do. I watched that game and you're thinking, and then you go and watch Tottenham against Newcastle, who Newcastle went. Eddie Howe said before the game, we're going to come and press them high at the pitch. We're not sitting in. Tottenham get it every time because there's movements, there's rotations, there's runners off the ball. Braver on the ball. Son takes the ball with a man up his ass.
You would think though, you would think with a manager of Rodgers, I mean, how as a coach, you think he would be doing that though, wouldn't you? That would be his strengths, playing out and beating that. Why do you think they're not?
Listen, we can't comment on what he's saying or not saying that he's doing. But see if players don't want to do it in the park, ultimately it's on the players. Because he might be set up, this is what we need to do if they high press us. We need to pass quicker, be braver. If the players don't then want to do that and make the rotations and make the runs and whatever, well, what's he supposed to do?
But see how the best teams in the world that playing out under a high press, your Brightons, Man Cities, Tottenhams. See when the ball goes to a centre back, there's movements. Brighton's movements, there's movements. Celtic's all stand in the conventional positions.
Static,
like a Man United. You watch Man United try to play at the back under Ten Hag. They all stand in their positions, there's no movements. It's so hard to play when there's no movements.
It's easy to defend.
And what about the team selection? Again, I find it really hard to believe that Kyogo ever sits on the bench for Celtic.
I can't get it. It doesn't sit well with me that at all. There's no way he should be on the bench.
People were saying that they felt as if deserved an opportunity, but I think a lot of people would ask for two up front, wouldn't they? Because I think a couple of games where they have been chasing the goal late, O's came on, Kyogo stayed on the pitch, just went 2 up front. They feel as if it's gave teams a bit more to think about. But I'm with you, man. For me,
it's the best player.
If your best player's fit, you play him.
Listen, I think Kyogo sometimes thrives when there's 2 up front because it allows him that wee bit more space. But Rodgers got that wrong, that team selection.
Even Philippe starting. He's getting back to Liverpool in a couple of weeks.
Paid £5 million for a centre half and don't play him.
I don't want to be too harsh, mate. He came on against Hibs, honestly. How he started, Phillips came on for Carter Vickers. How he starts the next game, I'll never know.
No good enough in that.
He was terrible when he came on against Hibs. I do not know how he starts the game.
No. But listen, we've been in football. What does that tell you about Naroki and Lagerbielke?
I seen Naroki at the start of the season. You didn't get to see that.
For me, that's.
I seen Naroki at the start of the season, and I thought he looked decent.
I think it was Aberdeen at Pittodrie. It was the one game I watched that he played, and I thought he was alright, to be fair. But again, I'm more thinking, what are they doing if they're not playing in front of Phillips? If you said he never played against Hibs and then he's then started the next game, I'm thinking, well.
And he goes back to Liverpool in January as well.
A few weeks he'll be
going back.
So why is he playing him?
Well, ultimately, let's face it, he only got signed because Naroki and Lagerbielke got injured
100%.
Just before the deadline day. So you're thinking if they two are fit. And Kobayashi still there?
He's still there. Somebody actually put a list of Celtic squad out. It's fucking massive, the squad.
I mean, that is the thing.
You talk about bringing people on in January, there's about 40 players there.
That is the thing. There wasn't great, and should never be excuses with Celtic, but you do look at that team, no Vickers, no Hatate, no Kyogo starting. Do you know what I mean? So you're missing big players there, and Maida no playing, but still the ones that come in, it's got to be much better than what it is.
There's some players in Celtic's team that you can replace and you can bring in somebody else, but there's a key core of players there. O'Reilly, Carter Vickers, Kyogo, maybe McGregor. You lose one of them or 2 of them, that's a big struggle.
I said it last week, and I just for the outset with Rodgers coming in, and I wanted him back. I said I'm not going to go back on what I said, but since he's come in, every interview it drains a life at me. Honestly, and if I was a player in that dressing room, it's almost like even Europe was like, by the way, I can't fault the players, they give me brilliant effort, but when it comes to just like a bit of quality, if I was a player, I'd be fuming with that.
I know.
And just like constantly saying that. Now, I said last week, I do look at that squad, and maybe in Europe, they do need to address it and think, how are we going to get more wins or whatever. So you do need to always look to strengthen. But stop coming out and saying it.
Well, that's the thing. You've got a group of players there sitting and listening to his interviews every week, basically saying, "Oh, the manager doesn't fancy us." So when I get an opportunity, what fucking difference does it make?
Condor boys say the same, don't they?
Aye, fucking absolutely.
Well, he's draining their life out.
Brendan Rodgers copying your interviews, mate.
That's exactly. If I'm sitting there as a squad
Drains
player,
your life out, mate.
manager just wants to get in all players.
Honestly, lads, it drains your life. Sometimes I hear it and I get it. This team won the treble last season, bar Starfelt and Jota, which they've replaced with Palmer. Starfelt they brought into certain halves. Maybe they'll know as good, but you can't every interview. I go back to even with the big boy at Rangers. Never hear him continually every game. By the way, and he could keep on top of the lack of quality what he's been brought into. Imagine Rodgers came into when Ange came into Celtic, with the squad Ange get left. Never once heard him continually greeting about the quality of players.
He played Adam Montgomery left back for the first 2 months of the season.
But by the way, behind the scenes, they've been making sure that they're constantly pushing to get players in. So I don't know. It's very draining. Yes. You should be. It should be an I know it's up to. Honestly, I'm not up to Celtic fans here, but to be a Celtic manager should be incredible. To be that seems as if it's almost a chore for Rodgers at the moment. To be it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I haven't.
No, I don't know if I'm just a wee bit.
But again, some of the selections for me, like Kyogo not playing, but I said it last week. But again, another week where Bernardo's played in every Champions League game.
Baffling that.
He's not played a single league game. That makes no sense to me.
How can he be good enough for?
If he's good enough to play Lazio away, how is he not playing against Kilmarnock away?
Is it the case? Because for me, they look reluctant to play Tumble in the Champions League. Is that more the case because they feel as if defensively they need somebody that's a bit more
It's like a dog guy.
But I don't know, mate. It's hard for me to comment. Again, I've said it a couple of times, and you have watched Celtic way more than I have. But any time I've watched Iwata, I think looks all right. But he doesn't really play. Doesn't really get an opportunity.
Well, the Champions League this week they play Feyenoord. What kind of teams are going to send out there? He's going to send all these Finns players that fucking don't want to be there.
It's a hard one, isn't it? Because it's a dead rubber, isn't it?
And then they've got. Am I right in saying they've got Hearts next
That's
Saturday?
what your dad calls it, Johnny, innit?
Hearts next Saturday.
A dead rubber.
Mate, you know what's funny? He's been saying that all week about that game. It's a dead rubber, but I think he's not been talking about it. He's not been talking about the game.
Oh. You going to go?
Nah.
Oh,
No, I've done
Support your team through thick and thin.
No, I've done my European adventures this year.
this one's at him.
Aye, but as a whole, my tactics on the board.
How did you get on with the show Thursday?
I'm not joking, and I know I always kind of. That was one of the worst performances. No. That was genuinely the open goal butcher, mate. I should be the amount of shows I've butchered in the years, and that was the honestly. Do you know what
You've been watching open goals here for years, hasn't it?
You'd have honestly thought somebody was standing with the biggest shotgun off camera, aiming at me every time I spoke. How bad I was. I actually looked at it one stage.
Who would it be?
Let me get back to you. Aye, Michael, whose dad just shit me an apple in his cup, wasn't he? With the trousers, no. What was I saying there? I'm going to shave this right off tonight, mate. It's getting off. I can't keep this
I think it's quite nice.
No, it's not.
Oh, see, watching it as a fan, I thought you were really good.
No, well, I'll tell you now. Here's the evidence. Here's the evidence that'll stop it. The first time in my open goal career in 5 years, I get a text for Derek saying, "Well done today, mate." Mate, well done.
He must have sensed it was bad.
See when I seen the text, my heart sank and went. See if
that's my most improved text.
Oh my mate, I couldn't believe when I seen it. See if he goes like that, mate. That was hilarious today or something. Oh, well done, mate. I'm like,
that's a sympathy text, isn't it? It's a sympathy text.
But you know when I started the show, see when I kicked it off and I looked at the two of us, Fadi and Derek were sitting there, looking at their eyes, they looked terrified, like nervous, because that must have been the vibes I'm getting. But I tell you, see, honestly, I would be fucking homeless if it wasn't for you. Which is nothing wrong with me.
No.
You talk shite, man. Again, we spoke about Derek McInnes. Deary me, what?
I'll tell you right now, if any of the so-called top teams outside the old firm lose a manager, That's the first point of call.
They beat Aberdeen midweek as well, by the way.
I know.
What an incredible result.
I know. Listen, I think the manager's experience, he talks well. I listened to his interview after the game on the radio, and it's the way he described it. He says we'd worked all week on a certain thing, and they weren't doing it in the first half.
Supposedly went off his tits at half time.
So I needed to get in at half time and tell them, and the reaction he's got from his players tells you they weren't doing it in the first half.
Jenkins is loud when he's lying on a sunbed shouting.
Looks well in the rain, doesn't he?
Like,
He looks incredible.
Beautiful, mate.
Like out of the sunbed. You're fucking hopeless. But
And it's so easy to say this, right? But you have been in football long enough to know it's not just as easy to say, like, have your team working as hard as they do. For me, like that, you know for a fact they all know exactly what's expected of them, don't you?
100%.
Like their game plan, they know the game plan when they go into game days, because it's no coincidence we're always saying, like, how hard do they work? Like,
He said the boys were absolutely knackered because I've asked him to go above and beyond today.
His recruitment's brilliant, I know, innit?
And do you know what? If you're talking about the hard work, the sign of a good manager, his flair players, Armstrong, Kennedy, work their asses off.
Matt Kennedy, I'm going as far as saying he ran more than anybody in the pitch at the weekend.
Can I remember Daniel Armstrong at Wraith? I played against him for years, the lower leagues, and he always had ability, mate. But my one criticism was always that I didn't ever think he worked hard enough.
Yep.
And you look at him now, mate, and it tells you what a manager can do. He's tracking runners, running forward, running back, and again, that's all credit to.
Well, that's the manager. That
to
comes
Derek
to the manager.
McInnes.
But no,
What a job he's done there.
Amazing, mate.
They found it so hard after Steve Clark, didn't they? To try and get somebody
Do you
to get
remember
it
we
right.
interviewed
It was
him?
reminiscent of Steve Clark's Kilmarnock team, wasn't
It was like that, that's what I thought.
We interviewed them just as they get promoted, and it was right after the season when they were coming up to the league. And I remember him talking about like the squad of players and thinking, oh, if we need to get this player in, see the actual group of players he's brought in now. What a job he's done at that alone.
Aye, I know.
Innit?
But in the summer they brought in Robbie D, Stuart Finlay, Mally Watkins, Matt Kennedy, boys that have done well in the league. And
I think he's brought in boys that are tried and tested. There's no gambles in the players that he's brought in. Robbie D's obviously coming from where he came from. Was it Dundee? Inverness. He's an experienced centre half. He knows what the league's about. Look at the boy that's been on here, Big Stu Finlay. Experience and stuff.
Matty Kennedy as well.
The boy up front, Kyle Vassell, I think he's
brilliant.
decent by the way.
Watkins does well for Dale.
Watkins, and then the mix of youth in terms of the young boy that's come through, Watson. It's just a right good balance.
He's got goal with the season during the week.
Oh, what a hit.
I don't think
What's a touch?
I don't think they beat him.
His touch is unbelievable.
Neil McCann thought he'd meant to flick it on.
Nah.
Did he? But he then did change his opinion. He did change it a bit first. I'd like to get wee Terry on, would you?
Neil McCann would be good, mate.
Aye, I like
definitely. Right, before we go on to Rangers, the Jungle finished last night. Ash, just to think,
Who won?
Oh, that wee annoying bastard, man.
Sam
I don't know how people love him.
I've not watched Jungle for years.
Nah, I've seen when it went to Wales or South Africa or something, and they couldn't keep filming in Australia. That's when I stopped it. No, I'd like to go on it though.
Who'd be your 3 ex-teammates you'd go on with?
Craig Beattie. He could start a fire with pubes.
The beach.
How good would that be, mate? All freezing. Just starts doing that with the pubes.
Would you stand with your hands?
Just all like that off everybody with pubes like, oh, this is amazing. Like that. And then Chadri would be my second one, because you could camp in his pubes. And then the third would be Craggs, but fuck knows what I'd do with Craggs. He would just go and get the food.
Oh, that's unreal. You could use Kev's pants as a hammock.
Well, that is.
Oh, fuck
Cal would be in there for the laugh side, definitely. I'd go Big Giggsy, because I think if you're in a jungle, if there's any booze to be found, he'd find it. He'd smell it at a plant, wouldn't he?
Sniff it out.
Sniff it at a plant. And then I would go, who would I go? I think I'd go Morelos probably.
Would you?
He'd be incredible.
Just for a laugh.
You're not
If
thinking
there's an animal
tactically,
attack,
mate.
no, if there's an animal attack, they're eating him into his big boys. So.
Oh, but he could fight the animal after.
Oh, he'd fight it 100%. What about you, Kev?
I had to think about this
You as
today.
well.
I had to think about this today, and I was struggling because I didn't know any reasons why I would take certain individuals.
Me-
Jim Jeffries, surely, so you can go in the bath together.
It's that wee widget grab that, innit?
That'd be something that you'd eat as a trial.
That'd be a trial.
A trial, slaying his knob.
Just lie.
Why is it so small?
Wee widget
Who
grab.
else would I take?
Oh, I've lost.
That's a one biter, innit?
I've lost. Oh, that's a nibble, mate. It's gone. I've lost the plot today, I feel.
You're magnificent.
Is that haircut?
Haircut's got to go. I'm going to just shave it right off.
No, you're not.
I'm off. Had enough.
Slaney,
Had enough.
specifies in gears. The difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut's 10 days.
No, but my dream is, mate, just to go out in a log cabin in the middle of the wild.
You're my clone.
Oh, mate. That's that, be security. Sorry, on you go.
No, on you go.
No, I just watched my dream.
Wild, aye.
Surely, who else for you?
Hey, who else would I take? Let me think. I'd probably take me Chrissy Maguire with me for Kilmarnock days.
Oh, he'd start a fight in the jungle.
He's not the man you want there. Too chuffy.
Funny wee guy. The longest tongue in the world.
Aye.
And I'd probably take... who else
Lynn, innit? Desperate for Lynn.
Oh, definitely take Lynn. Keep busy.
Kevin Donna.
Kenny and Donna. Take Kenny and Donna in. Nah, take
just
Lynn.
So you could do the washing for them in the jungle.
Take Lynn. Aye.
No, Paul McGinn would be my second. He'd be the only guy in history to get arrested in the jungle, mate. Start rolling about with a koala bear or something. And then the third would be Big Charlie, innit?
Aye.
Just get him in that shower. You know, a fucking shower. Get in that shower.
I've seen Charlie linked with the Queen's Park job.
And Scott Brown and Kevin Thompson, man.
That's that, is it?
And Neil Lennon will get it.
What a threesome that is.
Oof.
Who would you pick out that threesome?
Kev Tom's in for another job.
Tom was in for another job, mate.
Surely he's got to get one.
This could be the one. That'd be a perfect one for Tom.
Aye, I think that'd be a good fit.
Was the Dutch boy away for him, aye?
He's with Ajax, mate. And then the Dutch manager left. Need to say as well, before we went to Rangers, I watched a cracking game Friday night. Rafe and Partick, did you watch it?
Seen the highlights.
What a job he's doing in Murray by the Race Rovers.
Aye, he had that. They were playing some football, weren't they?
It was a great game of football.
He's the team played good football or not, to be fair, before Reece took over. But
it's changing. I do think since we've started the show to sort of run about now, you're seeing merit. Still not the number you want, but you're seeing more teams playing, which is great.
Rafe, that was a really good game to watch, 100%. Like Rangers, massive week for Rangers domestically and in Europe.
Well, with the Europa League coming up, with the Betis game, people are going to say this is ridiculous from what I'm saying here. I don't think it's a bad thing if they get knocked out of the Europa League. No, don't shoot the shooter. Don't shoot the shooter. Last week was a right missed opportunity. That was really poor for them when they didn't win that game at home. They drew. Because they won that, they were qualified, so it would have been brilliant. But see, when I look at it, you've got Liverpool in there, you've got Leverkusen, who are just flying. They drop into the Conference League, which I think more chance of day.
But you just went fucked out the Conference League, didn't you?
I don't know, West Ham won it last year. And it was,
Liverpool and all that Conference League, I don't know.
No, Liverpool's Europa.
Yeah, Liverpool's Europa.
No, but is Villa no? Because Villa no play Hibs.
Brighton are Europa as well, aren't they?
Aye, so listen, you want to be in Europa. Last week was that was under Clement, since he's come in, that was the real one. I think he had to take criticism as well for
his team selection.
Performance, and Cantwell coming off early with Lammerstein on, that was poor, but it is a massive week, and I think the big man's been brilliant since he's come in though, hasn't he? I think he's been brilliant, Clement, honestly, I really do.
He's made a massive difference,
especially with that group of players, and I said it when he came, if he can keep himself touching distance to Celtic, time January comes and he can get some players in, it's going to be some title race.
It's a big week though, because you've obviously got this game against Betis on Thursday, but then the bigger one arguably is a weekend against Aberdeen with the final. I think the opportunity to get the first bit of silverware. I
think it's been a big 2 weeks. You think of the fixtures they've had. Hearts away, tough place to go and get 3 points.
How was it? You were at it?
I was at it. I said to Andy, like, obviously, like talking too negative about Hearts towards Andy, but they've powder puffed man all week. I don't know. No for me. But Rangers, I genuinely think that Rangers were there for the taking of them tonight, because I didn't think they were particularly great. They had some good chances, but their chances were, I don't know. They should have scored more than what they did, but Hearts had a really good opportunity early doors with was it Alex Cochrane put it
he's got to score,
he's got to put that in the bottom corner. And if that goes in, I think it becomes a different game. But for me, the biggest difference for Rangers is their goalkeeper.
Oh, he's brilliant.
What a signing that was, man.
What a signing he is, right? I never really watched too much of him when he played in England, right? But for me, when you've got somebody that confident, commanding, vocal, distribution's incredible, some of the saves he makes are a joke, that only oozes confidence in your back four. They'll like having, like, I think with 5 minutes to go, Hart started shooting a couple of free kicks out the box, and he just comes out the box, grabs it, fucking catches it cleanly, and it just takes the pressure off everybody. Whereas, so for me, Butland's been a huge acquisition for Rangers. And,
I think he's been Rangers player of the year this year.
Oh, 100%, Andy. But then saying that, like, everybody moans about Tav and stuff, and his numbers are great, but see that pass he's made for that goal?
The one at Hearts?
No. Mate, I've said it before, how you can criticise
that doesn't get enough praise, the quality of that pass.
I'm obsessed with McCausland. Obsessed with him.
I thought he was Rangers' best player against Hearts.
He's brilliant.
What do you like so much about him?
He's so positive, so direct. And he's actually no just sometimes you get wingers that are a wee bit like headless chicken where they just run they run and they're direct and they kick and try like they use their speed. He's a quality football player as well, very clever. I mean the one big Lammers comes on and starts moaning at him is baffling.
See on that incident, right? I was watching it from like looking straight down the park. I could be wrong here, right? Lammers has taken a bit of stick for putting his hands up and moaning at my cousin, but see, maybe 2 or 3 seconds before that, the Rangers player had the ball at their feet, and Lammers is wanting it in the channel.
Is that what he's moaning at?
And he's moaning at why are you not playing that ball in the channel for me?
Instead
It makes it look like he's trying, but he wasn't. I think it might have been Tav had the ball at his feet, and he's wanting him just to turn it. Because Lammers, that's what, but he's ended up, somebody's just kicked it harshly and it's came to Lammers' head and he didn't really know what to do.
He's wanting in the channel though.
He's wanting in the channel. It's not
as far away for the goal as possible.
It's not to do with. It's not to do with McCausland.
But I'm
right, I'm right.
He was saying put it in the channel, but see for me, Lammers, fucking deal with the ball.
Aye.
Don't just fucking flick it 20 yards away, because that's then you're giving obviously as an opportunity to go straight on the attack again. So,
but on McCausland, when he stays, he gives you great width. He gives you great width.
Love him.
And when it comes out to him, see if it's no one to get one-on-one, he just plays it simple and he moves again. But what I liked about him when against Hearts, he got the ball out wide and he was driving in the way.
In the pitch.
And as he's coming in, Hearts didn't know where to go and tackle him or put a foot in because his feet's that quick that you could just nick a wee free kick and he was trying to slip wee balls. And I thought, no, for a young kid,
do you know what he is, mate? Fearless.
He's got that naivety.
I don't care if I'm going to get the ball away. I'm going to get the ball. I'm going to try and make a difference. I'm going to be direct, get at people, and I want to impact the game. I don't care if I'm fucking 20-year-old.
Do you know who I liked as well? I thought Danilo's decent.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure on Danilo.
I like him as well.
I think there's a player in there.
I'm not sure on him at all.
Definitely. Lawrence is going to be a big miss as well because he was decent.
Him and Roof are just constantly injured, don't they?
Oh, man,
can't rely on him. But with Danilo, the misses v Hearts, controlling the ball 5 yards out.
I know.
Not a top striker, but a striker.
Your man hit a good one. Again, I think he's only ever going to score deflections, but big Dessers.
He
just kicks it off something, doesn't he? Anytime he kicks it off somebody, it goes in.
Very special, the big man. He's coming good.
Now, so what's your take on this Conference League? I think you get a trophy and £100 in an envelope if you win it.
For me,
there's no way you're the Conference League, sorry, there's no way you're celebrating winning that.
Remember that Fiorentina and West Ham, it was some final.
But for me, it's a massive disappointment if Rangers don't go through the group. I think looking at the group beforehand, I'd have had Rangers favourites to win it. And don't get me wrong, they still can, obviously, with the game Thursday, but if they don't go through...
Does he go strongest team Thursday and Sunday?
Aye, definitely. I think you've got to try. I think Europa League, see once you get into that last 16, it's just 2 games over 2 legs. Anything can happen. Look at the run they got 2 years ago when they went to the final. And then if they can get through into the Europa 16 and get a few signings in January, they might be better prepared for the last 16 Europa League. The Conference League's a fucking Brucey bonus, isn't it? But is Aston Villa no in there as well? Rangers no beating Villa.
I go and play Villa.
Aye.
Emery he'll want fucked out that because he could actually win the English.
Mate, do you know Mourinho's got the Conference trophy tattooed on his arse?
Who, David Moyes?
No, Mourinho. He won it with Roma. He's got the Europa League, the Champions League, the Conference tattooed on himself, aye.
On his arse?
Maybe not his arse, but he's got the 3. And then Roma won it and had a bus tour around Rome. And then West Ham won it. And it was massive. You seen the
so see Celtic win the Conference League, would you genuinely
fuming, mate. Fuming.
Of course you'd be buzzing.
With the conference?
Still Europe, mate. You're fucking cheering. You're buzzing when you win a League Cup.
It's basically like back in the old days. Champions League, still Champions League. That's the European Cup. Then you had your UEFA Cup and you had the Cup Winners' Cup. It's basically just the 3.
I know, but the Cup Winners' Cup shite.
You've been saying that now, but teams won it back in the day, innit?
Aye, but they think we don't win the Cup Winners' Cup. What was Rangers? The Rangers don't win it.
Aberdeen, I think.
Cup Winners' Cup.
Or was it the UEFA?
I don't think that was the
I don't think that was the
Cup Winners' Cup.
Was it the Cup Winners' Cup? Aye. So they celebrated back then, European champions. So they win the fucking Conference Cup.
That's not the equivalent of the Conference League, though. It's not the equivalent of the Conference League.
Yes,
that was it. What was it? Intertoto used to be called.
Remember that Roy Hodgson's favourite tournament, mate? He won it. He loved the Intertoto. Shut up, Roy. Nothing for it, wee man.
You're spot on, but that's a brilliant question you brought up there with the team selection.
What is your best team? Is it Cantwell on the 10? McCausland, right? And who's up top? Dessers?
Well, it's got to be Dessers.
Well, it's got to be. Danilo's injured, isn't he?
Aye, but if you can't, will he play the same 11 for Betis, Aberdeen? That's a big ask, isn't it? To play away to Betis and then play...
Well, Fuentes is obviously suspended now, isn't he?
I didn't get this. Why is that a big ask?
Play him Thursday. No.
I honestly didn't get that.
No, no for
like, we used
Wednesday
to say all
Sunday.
the time, see when you played down south, it was Saturday, Tuesday every week.
Fucking, I played on a Tuesday,
when
but
people
out
say it,
Tuesday
I'm
night.
like, what?
I played on a Wednesday, got out Wednesday night, bloat and fucking rocked up on a Saturday, not a problem.
You see, you train on you train on a Thursday for 2 hours, so what's the difference in playing?
I'm with you, mate. I
It's
think
not
if you got your
about
best
that.
team available, you play them. But he's
Right,
still
so?
resting
No
players over the
chance.
last week. Connor Golson didn't play at the weekend.
He gets
Is
rest.
this what this is?
Barisic and
mind.
Yilmaz has been rotating. Balogun, whoever's played left centre, Balogun, Soapy, like they've
Who
been
are you
rotating.
picking there, Andy, between the two? Yilmaz or Barisic? I'm telling you.
Yilmaz
For
is
the
honking,
European
mate.
game, it's obviously Barisic because Yilmaz isn't in the squad.
He's
but
honking,
I tell you
Yilmaz.
what, I
Is
don't
he?
know.
I
seen him beat Hearts.
I thought he was actually alright against Hearts.
No, torture.
I don't know.
Well, there's a go. What
For
did
me,
you
I
get
would
his
still,
bag
I would still like to see Soapy play next to Connor though.
Aye. Instead of Balogun?
Aye, I would. Aye.
Aye, possibly.
Just
What-
no for me, the wee man.
What would that be your preferred two at the back?
Aye.
Suter and
I would. Aye.
Goulton over Balogun, huh? And Davis as well, huh?
Aye, over Davis and Balogun for me.
And
aye.
where are you sitting with Barisic and Yilmaz?
Well, for Thursday, it's got to be Barisic.
No, but I
Yilmaz
just mean
isn't
in
the
general.
squad.
Final Sunday,
I'd probably edge Barisic, to be honest with you.
based on.
I think he will give you more going forward. I think defensively they're both pretty much a much for muchness. I don't think there's much in terms of.
I think
said
Yilmaz
much
is
a lot there,
decent.
didn't I? But going forward, for me, Barisic has got more in his locker than Yilmaz does.
And is that
I know it's mad, right, as well, but I'm looking at Yilmaz. He just can't. How can you be that small? How small is he? That's like a time capsule. I was like, fucking hell, he's
Aye, he's
tiny.
tiny, yes,
man can't
tiny,
get a
but he's
roller
very
coaster,
nimble
man.
with his feet. I thought he was very good with his feet.
Oh no, listen, I thought he did alright as well. Should have scored a couple as well.
Aye, I thought
he's
he
never
good.
experienced a roller coaster that
But
way.
see for me, for the Aberdeen game, right, obviously the goal on Shankland scores at Ibrox. Shank sort of peels off, pins
Aye.
off the back of him, cross goal.
Yeah, yeah,
Aberdeen are very direct,
Yeah,
I
aye,
think.
so I
Two
get
big
that.
strikers are
Aberdeen,
definitely
for
working
me,
on that.
aye.
Yilmaz never been a fucking roller coaster. My oldest boy can't get on a roller coaster. He's too tall.
What?
Aye, too tall for a roller coaster.
Your boy's
So you can
fucking
go on it?
massive.
I am 6'4", he's 6'6".
All right. So he can't go on a roller
Can't get a roller
coaster.
coaster, too fucking big.
He's massive though, isn't he?
I've never heard that. Is that a thing?
I fucking was. I think we went to, where were we? Was it, where were we?
Aye, it was a
Actually, were we
teacup
for
though.
roller coasters?
You'd be too big for the teacup, mate.
Where actually were
That's
we?
what wee Yilmaz thinks a roller coaster is, isn't it? The teacup.
Screaming on them.
Get up! And also, Paul, if they win their game in hand, they can go 2 points behind Celtic.
Well, a certain pundit on this couch said the title was over. Simon Ferry, is it over?
No.
You
Back
said it was
on.
over 2 weeks ago.
No, I said when Beale was the manager, I did I say it 2 weeks ago. I knew if Beale stayed the manager, it wasn't good. You said it would be close. I knew if Beale was the manager, it'd be fucking 30 points. It's a good chance now.
See this game at Parkhead on the 30th of December. I actually don't know fucking who's going to win this because I'd be fucking honking. I'm not going to lie. I think it's possibly one of the worst Old Firm teams I've seen in a long time.
I just can't get my head around the fact that Kyogo's sitting on the bench and there's
But
players
baffling.
playing in that. I just can't get it. He must be
Mate.
thinking, what the fuck's happening here? He's got 30 goals last year.
When are they back? When are Celtic's players back? Hitati, Maida and that. When are they out for a while?
Maybe that
just
was
now?
a 6-week job. Battatis, I don't know. Maybe I've
That's
actually
soon because he was running last week, no?
But I mean, he's massive.
And
If he
Carter
comes
Vickers
back in
was
it.
nearly fit for Saturday, so he should be back. But I tell you what, man, fucking if Rodgers loses to Rangers, fucking guy could be at the door for Christmas, for New Year.
I think.
Fucking hell, I tell you, Celtic fans aren't happy now.
I thought going into this stretch of games, I think the worry for Rangers was with the fixtures they had, Pittodrie,
Aye.
Tynecastle, Easter Road.
They've got through them.
Celtic at Celtic Park was a case of don't let the gap get bigger than what it is right now. The fact that they could potentially go into Celtic Park with less than what
Go
it
on
was
top of the league.
is surprising.
Will they go through? Will they get through the Europa?
Oh, I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
Betis beat them. I think Betis win. I watched them.
Am I right
Betis-
saying that good?
Watched them last
Real
Saturday.
Madrid?
Real Madrid were brilliant. Real Madrid.
Aye,
But
1-1.
I watched them via. Was it the home leg? They weren't great.
No,
No,
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
they
so.
were great.
They weren't great, no, but they were very good. Real Madrid all night.
It's Pellegrini, innit?
Aye. Don't know how.
I
to
think
I don't think Rangers
Rangers
beat
will get beat, but they might need to win. So
Aye.
I think
Is
that's
a draw no use? If
I think
Sparta
if
win,
Sparta win, then a
That's
draw's
it.
no use.
they blew that,
That's
didn't they?
interesting.
By the way, your man Seamus came to the fore, didn't
He's flying. He loves
He's
that.
good finisher, to be fair.
He loves that run, didn't he? From wide in.
he? And
He's very good at that. Very good
He's
at
good in
that.
the air as well.
he's
very
a
good in
proper
there.
threat in
Proper threat
there.
in there,
Again,
aye.
what's the Dundee defender doing?
No.
fucking mad. Don't get it.
Surely, for one thing you're saying, didn't pull anybody's jersey in the box now. After
We
2...
talk about it for weeks and they're still doing it.
He pulled it, had another pull, and fell to the floor while pulling.
But we tell you to stop pulling it and you keep pulling it.
Continue doing it. You can't just give that up, mate, too easily. You'll
Like
continue.
it's hard to stop pulling it.
Fucking certainly it's hard there for you, Pat. But no, aside for me, I did get told though, for people at the game, no, said that the big man Seaman was pulling him earlier on and the footage didn't show yet.
So they're both pulling each other?
Supposedly they're pulling each other off, aye.
What, you're saying it's no penalty?
Who was
The
that?
flash in the footage I seen was a
So if it's just one pulling the other, it should be a foul, but if they're both pulling each other, it should be allowed to continue.
Let it go.
Until what point?
Till you see the eyes rolling.
Probably.
Mate, I'm in the hairdressers today, mate, and he's sitting on the seat with his phone, he's just shouting out movie names turned into pornos. But he's laughing, he's shouting, what was the one you shouted, say again? So it was Edward Penis Hand was one. What was the other one you shouted?
The old guy sitting in the seat.
The old guy was like that, just sitting pure awkward, wasn't he?
I think he was going to go home and download them, wasn't he?
What was that?
You never do that with your missus? We do that all the time when
I
we're
love
drinking.
it. LimeWire.
Films that have been turned into pornos, or some belters in it.
LimeWire.
LimeWire.
Oh, mate, that was dodgy, wasn't it?
LimeWire. Is that the
Mate,
one
the
you
viruses you got after
downloaded?
that. Oh,
Pirate Bay.
the viruses.
I know.
What was our other names today?
I've got them here.
Oh, they're brilliant.
You just keep continuing to talk, I'll get it.
What's so
movies?
She's just accused me of bumping money off her.
Oh, he's on it again, man.
She sent me them a day, here you go. Ocean's 11 inches. The Sperminator, obviously. Goodwill Humping. A Few Hard Men. What else is good? Saturday Night Beaver's my favourite. We do that all the time, mate, when we're steaming. Some unreal one.
Oh,
That's a good one, I'll give you that.
Moonraker, some...
But then the other barber, he's went into the back and he's just started shouting out and he was pissing himself in the back. Oh, thanks for waiting in the shop.
Amazing. Right, Aberdeen.
Final.
Uh-huh.
Who wins it?
Rangers, I think you got to say Rangers.
Fancy Rangers, aye. But then you look at Aberdeen against Rangers at the last game. They were good, Aberdeen, weren't they? Rangers. To be fair, Rangers were.
Aberdeen clearly step up their game against Rangers for whatever reason, I don't know, but I think on the positive result of being a goal behind against Hearts at the weekend and winning 2-1, that'll give them confidence. He's scoring goals, Duke come on and look sharper than the probably
for the second goal, didn't he?
Doesn't he mean that?
No, he didn't mean
He
that.
tried to take the goal and he
100%.
just getting on shoulders, that's where he's good, isn't he?
Somebody Nicky that down the channel.
Great run he had with the
Great
ball.
run at that end at the time of the game.
That's
as
what I've
well.
got to say about Nicky Devlin while we're talking. Hearts are crying out for a right back. Why did they not go and get Nicky Devlin?
Don't think you go. No, for Aberdeen to Hearts. Aberdeen are big.
No, but
Or same
before, no, but
same
when he was
size
at
as
Libya,
Hearts.
what I mean is, like, why did Hearts winning the right back?
I think they
then?
did.
Who's a bigger club, Aberdeen or Hearts?
Aberdeen.
I think I would agree.
I think Aberdeen.
Aberdeen have been in European finals, you know.
Aye, incredible.
When they win the league, you know, Aberdeen.
Aye.
I agree.
Nonsense.
Beat Real Madrid.
Beat Real Madrid. So
Dundee
they did.
United beat Barca 4 times, did they,
So
bigger?
they did, aye. Great point. Real Madrid are the best team in Europe, but Barca.
How will Aberdeen go about this? Get after them straight away.
I think they have to. That's
Yeah.
how I would. If I haven't watched Rangers, that's how I would play against. I'd get at them. Make
Does
it difficult.
Chocolate start, Kev, with Miovski?
I think you are.
But they took us house. They were good, weren't they, Rangers?
Definitely. I'd get at them and try and put them on the back foot and press them high, try and get an opportunity to get an early goal and put the pressure on Rangers.
I think they'll be 2 up front again, won't they?
Yeah, definitely 2 up front.
Definitely. I found that during that game, see if Hearts were able to play two, the Hearts kind of did play 2 up front with, what do you call the, is it?
Vargas, Kenny
No, the other guy.
Boy came on, Tagawa.
Aye. Tagawa. I thought he's actually alright, by the way.
He's got attributes, mate.
He has got attributes, but
Desperate to talk about this Hearts Rangers game.
no, it was just because it was nice to actually see teams in the flesh and give a more valued opinion than fucking watching 10 minutes of sports.
Yeah.
But no, I think 2 up front against whatever back 2, middle 2 that the Rangers go for, whether it be Goldson and Suter or Goldson and Balogun, I think they can cause problems.
I think they'll go Balogun just for the height with the 2 centre forwards.
Possibly.
That's what they are.
I always think this is what Aberdeen play 3 at the back, Rangers play 1 striker. Basically, it's not like the 2 centre backs either side come out to mark.
No.
You're losing 2 men over the pitch now. Play my back three that are not going to come and mark wide men. It's 3v1 up the top end of the pitch. It gives Rangers so many more players in the middle of the pitch.
Aye, because they want their wing backs marking their wingers.
Nicky comes back and plays a full back, didn't he?
So obviously Lawrence is injured, Sequintes is suspended. Would that be right? So who comes in there?
Well, it'll be Lundstrom.
Is Jack fit? No.
Cantwell playing a 10.
Will Jack come in there?
If he's back fit, he'll play. I'd imagine so.
Cantwell's done well on the 10 now.
They're short that area at the pitch now with injuries.
He was quiet during the week against Hearts.
How was he against Hearts?
I thought second half he was good.
Second half he was better than the first half, definitely.
First half he was quiet.
He was good at starting counter-attacks, I thought, for Hearts.
Aye, he was.
Aye, that's definitely true. He picked up a lot of second balls, aye.
What did you eat at the game?
Well, to start with, we had lamb chop with applesauce.
No, but talk about for the minute you leave your house driving through in the motor.
No, I didn't drive through. Straight up the train with the wee man, took Tom,
right.
Big Rangers fan, straight into hospitality, did a wee speech and that with the Hearts fans, and then tucked into a wee lamb chop with a carrot and potato kind of roulade with some some apple sauce, apple chutney type thing.
Sounds lovely, that.
Really
Michael and Stan made it.
And then for I don't know what the dessert was, but it fucking ate it. I don't know what it was, but it was decent. And then in at half time, some cakes and wee Scotch pie.
What? You had cakes and pies after you just had?
Aye, half time.
Good for you, Biggie.
And then on the way down.
What were you drinking?
Did I drink? No, I just had a wee glass of soda water and lime. Fancied a pint. I really fancied a pint.
I thought that was the whole reason to get a train at KFL.
Aye, but I had Tom, and then I might get carried away just in case I ended up
arrested.
into fucking the fight a lot. The wee man, hooligans and that.
Did you get a good reception when you were back?
Oh, it was good. I always get a good reception up at Hearts. Great club, but great stadium.
And then did you have any on the train on the way back?
Nah, nothing, mate.
It's fast.
Good meal, son.
Normally stop at a chippy and I up the train. It was shot when I got pie. That's the whistle.
Heard that there. Tight game, or will it be convincing for Rangers?
I think it'll be tight.
Very tight.
It'll be tight as Slaney. It'll be tight.
I think they always are. I always think finals, especially between Rangers and Aberdeen, the Rangers' record against Aberdeen at Hampden recently, they have been tight games, and in general, to be fair, over the last sort of 2-3
I'm going to
seasons.
say that Aberdeen win the final. There you go.
What fucking hell, man?
I'm just going to put that out there.
That's a thread on follow.
I don't give a shit.
Kev, why do you think that, mate, if you don't mind me asking? So
I
confident.
think Barry Robson has felt the pressure, and I think that result on Saturday against basically a on-form Hearts side.
That's a huge result.
Because they've won 5 out of 6. I think that's a result that will just allow him to go and players express themselves. Like, you've got nothing to lose, guys. It's away from the league, and I think if they can get the system right to play against Rangers, I'd be putting 2 up front.
Would you go with it? So clear out, or would you go with Duke?
No, I think by putting 2 up front and putting Rangers back 4 under a bit of pressure in terms of maybe like pressing and aggression and stuff, I think. But then on the flip side to that, if Rangers can be confident, like you were talking about earlier there, where the teams try to play it for the back, Celtic no doing it well. If Rangers can do that well, then Rangers will find the gaps with the likes of Cantwell and the quality he's got. Seamer, I think Rangers have got a good outball on Seamer on this channel, if it's narrow, because I think with Butland he finds that space. But no, I think Aberdeen have got a right good chance.
What about your man Shankland?
No, I
like
see
that.
Still kills me. I piss myself laughing at the fucking blur it out in the paper and that.
I like that.
I know.
Who the fuck's getting offended with that?
I do it all the time. I used to get that one. Fuckies. And then the finger.
Who, to your kids?
To the fans.
Alright, to the
fans. Sit there and abuse me all day. Take some of this.
I really showed down, wasn't it?
Aye.
You can't
Aberdeen boys are saying, do you know, say Nicky Devlin says his finger was stinking?
You can't get done for that though, surely.
No, who's taking offence to a finger, mate? But you do say Aberdeen's bad for you, innit? The abuse you get.
Oh my God, like you wouldn't believe.
Is that the worst? Obviously no Celtic, but...
No, I'm telling you, Aberdeen could be worse.
Aye.
Honestly, it could be.
Hearts is the worst, mate.
Oh, petrified to warm up at Hearts.
I know. 15 mean ball went a line, get absolute pelters. 15-year-old, mate. Need to know you. You've never ever entered the scene, and you're getting warming up, and you're just getting. It's that. See when you come right, you go right, and you're doing that straight.
The straight before you turn the goal.
Fucking horrendous.
Sometimes it is though. It's the quieter stadiums that are the worst sometimes because you can fucking hear everything, can't you? Mm-hmm.
Tell you what,
so Aberdeen,
I didn't like the D-Night. We played in the night. I didn't like their fans. They were fucking.
Did they give you a bit? Did they?
Aberdeen, I must admit, Aberdeen gave me a bit as well. They used to sing, "You fat bastard, you fat bastard." So see when I scored, I just fucking lifted up my tap and showed them my arsehole.
Why was your arsehole on your... Belly.
Because they said a bit, they were shouting the Kai, you got a big
I
fucking...
lifted up my top.
No, they were shouting your fat butt, and then as I got, because I ran down that side, to celebrate, right, they started shouting, look at that fat arse, I just put down my shorts and fucking slapped my arse down.
You're right, you know, Kev. I lifted up my top and showed them my arsehole.
I forgot to say that.
That's the best.
I forgot to say they were shouting your arse is fat and all that.
That's the best I've ever heard,
You're
mate.
the best in the world, mate. I swear to God.
Ain't a bad day today, boys.
No, that's genius,
Head's
mate.
gone today.
That's genius.
It's top class. Right, put your
I need a pee, mate. I need a piece to
put your
speak.
arsehole on the line here.
Yeah.
Arsenal, Aberdeen or Rangers.
Lift up your tab, your arsehole line.
That's one of the best comments I've ever heard.
We're nearly finished. Come on, just sit
Come
there
on.
for 2 minutes. Put your stomach on the line, Kev.
Right,
Aberdeen, you're going Aberdeen.
I'm going Aberdeen.
Pull your shorts down and show your stomach.
Oh, couldn't they? Disgusted with my stomach.
No, don't be genius. You need to stop giving yourself a hard time. You're a hero.
Oh
mate.
my God, mate.
Okay,
That's
mate,
fucking
you've got
so
a kid
good.
playing with Celtic, coaching kids on a podcast.
I'm absolutely
Everyone
fine.
listens to that's what I'm
Just talk
saying.
shite
You
sometimes.
got an arse for a
That's what's the
belly.
best thing.
It's unreal.
No, I didn't say I got an arse for belly. I just said I showed them my belly, and then
Put my
I put
tab
my,
up your
showed them my
arsehole.
Your
arsehole.
belly's farting.
That's so
That's
good.
incredible.
Oh, I usually got that totally wrong here.
That's the best ever.
Get that bit too quick. Right,
No, please.
Right, Paul, Aberdeen or Rangers.
that'll be Twitter turned off
Rangers.
tomorrow. see when the keeping the ball in the ground goes out, and I never really go into it, right? But see when when keeping the ball in the ground goes out, and it, 15 notifications, you're like, fucking hell, what have I said?
Mate, it's a
What have I
worst,
said? What have I
5
said?
o'clock on a
I'll
Tuesday.
stay off Twitter as well, but it's the highs and lows of podcasting, mate. We sold it, well, we nearly sold it the highs for that today, and then a woman put on Twitter, is this a safe place to say I hate Simon Ferry?
Mate, I've seen that. Mate, I've seen that.
I know,
I actually
mate.
screenshotted it and I went on all the comments.
Mate, fuck a minute.
Oh,
It's
listen.
at 5 o'clock on a Tuesday is the
Oh,
worst hour, mate. The
brutal.
build up to that 5 o'clock is vile, mate. You actually always do think, didn't you? Like, I might just go away for a few days. That's what I always think.
See,
Tuesday to Thursday, I'll go away.
The producer sends the link, add it to your story, right? So I reluctantly add it to my story, right? And then
Can I do it after I'm doing the toilet on my stomach?
I forget all about social media. And then when you think everything's great, and then you wake up next morning and you fucking get your phone, you're like,
Oh, fuck them, mate.
25 blue notifications, you're like, fuck, what have I said?
I keep getting messages now, do you need help? Samaritans, people have been sending me a Samaritans number.
But I think if anyone on the podcast was the people's choice, it would be you.
I couldn't give a hoot's what they say.
you're
mate.
the best.
Yeah, you and Derek, Derek and you
don't
are
know.
the
Derek, aye, to be
You and
fair.
Derek
You're
are the
hated, man.
Fucking I know.
Yeah,
You're the
hated.
scumbags,
I
aren't we?
write stuff and then I quickly like delete it, read it, delete it, and I'm like, should I just send it? Could be worse. Somebody sent me a picture, a lookalike of you, and it's the best
Who is
lookalike
that? Get
I've
that up.
ever seen.
Who's 6 Eugene in it?
Who's it?
Who's it,
Take
is it?
that all
No.
day, mate. Love that.
Was it on Twitter?
Who, you are actually
Imagine
Rodri
somebody
the
going
Paul.
at the time of the day to tweet that about you.
Mate, you used to do it all the time. You
That was the worst throw in the
should
world,
tweet
mate.
Gary Lineker every week.
Shout on pitch, remember that?
Why though? Why did you do it?
Don't know, mate. I was so bored.
Oh, that social media is a vile
That
place,
is
isn't
the
it?
best. It could be the best comment I've ever heard.
That's the best one he's had by a
That's
million.
fucking brilliant.
Genius, man. Who is this look like?
Fucking can't find it. Just fucking deleted
Well,
it.
do you know what's a good wee time to do this? So next week we're going to do Secret Santa, lads.
20 quid.
So what I'll do is I'll go and, if we can get four names in paper the now, and then we'll mix them and pick who we're getting.
Do we show the
Secret
camera?
Santa?
That we're getting?
We'll show the camera, but we didn't show each other. Can we get that sorted, lads? Is that alright?
I'm going to rip
How much
We'll
are we
get it
spending on
sorted,
these all?
20
20
quid.
quid on each.
Right, okay.
What would you, if you wanted something, just cut ideas that you would like somebody to buy, what would it be?
Mask. You know what mask? Talk to you about mask I want today.
Know what I would like?
Do you know what mask I'm talking about? Begins with a...
Know what I'd
Okay.
like? No, they fucking like the women get the big pants that keep everything tucked in.
For your stomach?
I could do with
For your
the men's version in small, so they really tuck it in.
Right.
I'm just saying it now. If I like, you just can do the go down the banter route, but I'm getting you something nice for 20 quid.
Oh, what a guy he is.
Are you?
Aye, but it depends what you get.
What do you get? Nice. H&M sales on just now, mate.
Oh, loads of
No, so
Trousers were 27.
these are going back. Oh, your ones?
No, yours were 27.
Yours are very, very nice, mate.
These
I
were
love your
22.
new outfit today. It's cool. A day, mate. Usually somebody's yours a wee bit, but it's brilliant today.
There's a thing I saw yesterday.
Who's it look like? Who is it? Who is it? A
it's
celebrity or is
fucking
it?
belter. I'll find it. I'll send
Down in
it. I saw a thing yesterday on the TikTok shop, right? It's a fucking thing that goes in the back of your car and you get a wee remote in your hand and it's like an LED or a hand and you can turn the light so it just puts the finger up. I could do with that in my taxi. So when people fucking peep at me, I just press the button, the light goes up.
That'd be good.
That'd be brilliant.
That would be class.
Mate, have you noticed how loud ambulances are?
Do you nothing?
Oh my, there's no need for it, mate. It's fucking DJ Vance in the back.
Is that your new pet?
Then the sat, mate, honestly. See when you're standing at a side of a road and an ambulance comes by you. Fucking
Right,
shit
here we
yourself.
go. Secret Santa 2023.
I've got a pet peeve. Is it today with your kids? Your kids ever do this? We were in that exact barber's you were in last week. I was getting my kid's haircut, so me and the boy are talking, telling him a story. Telling him a story, Matty, about that. No, that never happened. He's talking shite.
Aye.
Honestly, see when your boy says that to the boy, my boy at the bar, he never done that.
What, Jude said that to him?
Frank it was.
Oh, was that?
The worst
He's at
thing
that
is
age now, mate, 11, where he's pulling you up for things. See, that never
See,
happened.
I thought Jude was more the cheeky one out of two as well. Is that not the case?
Actually, no.
No, Frankie now he's getting to that age, mate. See when that, mate, your heart sinks, mate. Because the barber's was full as well. I'm telling the story. I never. No, never.
Brilliant.
Brutal, mate.
Right,
Brutal.
Andy, you're going to go first pick, mate, for the cup.
Just show the camera.
Can I tell a cracking story as you're doing that? We were at, see when we were doing,
Show me.
see when we were doing the,
I need to see who it is
Andy,
as
see when
well.
we were doing the hide, remember we were doing the picture for the outside the hydro?
Yes.
He had his horn in my arse and I farted right in his horn. Remember?
Aye, you did die.
So you did.
Proper squeezed it out and all, man.
His horn was right in my arse as I farted, he's a belter.
Was it stinking, Andy? Was your hand stinking?
I didn't smell it, mate.
I'm genius, wasn't it, to me?
Your hands are sweating.
I know, I'm a sweaty guy.
I was just thinking we make it ourselves.
Oh, please get who I want. Yes!
I bet he's got fucking me.
Yes!
No, I think you
Beauty! You beauty! 20 beans. I'll show the camera after Big Kev.
No,
I
if
know
you've
what
got
I'm
your cell,
getting.
you need to change it.
Has somebody got their cell?
No.
You've got your cell, ain't you?
No.
So this is for next Monday.
This is for next Monday,
Next
mate.
Monday.
Last podcast before Christmas, lads, next Monday.
Right, let's fling it out there right now. He's got to sell, I'm telling you right now, he's got to sell. What,
Don't you fart in your horn again?
something needs to be done if you don't bring something in. There's got to be some sort of forfeit.
Naked forfeit, innit?
Need to sit naked and do a show with your pants on, just your pants.
Just
you
your pants.
can't have your willy out.
Pants, aye.
And
Says it.
20 quid, I'm skint.
Got a sub.
He's no money after Rome.
Rome's skint me, man.
What's you spend in Rome?
Over £1,000.
He's got your Christmas present sorted,
God,
isn't he?
mate, you are a fucking maniac,
And you know what I
man.
didn't tell yous? I kept it. Didn't get into the game. My ticket didn't work.
You didn't get into the game?
You spent £1,000.
To sit in Rome. My ticket didn't work.
You had to buy, do you know why you had to buy 2 flights?
2 flights because I bought Saturday to Wednesday, but didn't go on the Saturday because I forgot about the podcast. So I patched the Saturday, booked another flight for the Monday. Thought I've got my return obviously on the Wednesday, but because you didn't go on the Saturday flight, your return gets fucked. So I had to buy another return flight. Skint, no money at all. What a feeling it is, mate. What a buzz you get.
Right before Christmas
Right
as
before
well.
Christmas, nobody's getting it.
What did your dad get you for Christmas? The marshmallows?
Marshmallow, buy a marshmallow. He said he's not doing these series, done
Do you
with
just get
Christmas.
presents for your partners for Christmas?
For your partners? Is that what you said?
Aye.
Obviously.
What do you mean, obviously? No, obviously, I wouldn't have fucking asked the question if it was obviously.
Why would you not get your partner a present?
Partners?
Just because in some households you agree not to get your presents.
Do you, what do you get?
Christmas, mate. I
I'm
love
struggling
Christmas,
actually to
man.
get
Christmas,
Linda. I'm struggling
You're struggling with to get her?
what to get her because
I've got an idea.
she plays that she plays that game of let's not get each narrating.
then she
Right?
gets
Oh, mate, I
Right.
know what you mean.
And then me being flipping no quite there rocks up to Christmas Day with nothing.
Aye.
And
I've
she's
been there,
got
mate.
me a fucking full corner worth of presents. I'm thinking, oh shit, I've got nothing.
I've been
So
there
I don't
before.
want to go down that route this year.
What's the best present you've ever had?
Good question. Best present I've ever had. See the Preds we were talking about, I remember getting them Christmas Day and a Nike Cortez ball and the Adidas Preds, mate.
For your partner or for anyone?
Let's stop calling them our partners.
I know, I was just thinking that.
For your missus.
Just football stuff probably, I'd say.
Jelly still get you footballs done?
Aye, Shinny's in it. She's got his news for a Shinny's belt.
It's on the coach. Me and my brother got a snooker table when we were younger, and they hid it upstairs, but you could see it.
Kids don't use their skin. Yeah, got a snooker table.
Aye, but it was a shocker, mate. And
but one of the wee mini ones? This is brilliant. The room you put it in. Look.
See the room, we didn't wait, so it's fucking tiny. See usually there's a pool, snooker table you get and there's one side of the room you can't play for, every single side of it was
here's
like
here's the cues in a plane.
Amazing at top spin.
Here's the cues in a plane,
there. But usually it's just, usually you get that in somebody's house and it's just one side, then you can't hit it, the whole table. Fucking the best ever at top spin.
My mum got me and Robbie a table tennis table and it was the exact same. You were putting your back against the wall like that. You could hit it. Any shot that went right next to you, just hit the wall. You're like, I didn't even get a chance to get that. Look, I bastard. What's the best present you've had?
I didn't like PlayStation. We got a PlayStation one year and I was...
You're not a computer man.
I fucking hated it.
I got a Subbuteo board one year.
Subbuteo was
Celtic
shite,
and Rangers, two teams. But my dad super glued the mat to a bit of plywood.
To his chest.
So we actually had...
Charlie on the bed.
So the bobbleheads in his chest.
This is descendant to chaos. This is descendant to chaos.
Imagine the dad with the Subbuteo picture on his chest.
How do you even come up with that? So I quite like Subbuteo.
Going to his work, he's shut. You can still see the top of the pitch.
Imagine waking up to the back line McGlynn.
You got again.
He's fucking hairy chest, man. Oh, it's magnificent, man.
Oh.
You're forgetting it's his arse that's on. It's not his chest.
Penalty spot's his arsehole.
Keep shouting penalty.
Keeps sucking the ball in. Ball keeps disappearing.
Fucking hell.
Where the fuck are we?
You've had a manager you'd run through a brick wall for.
Is that a question? That's not a question.
Because Motherwell scored again in the last minute for... What a goal it was as well, by the way. See the pass?
Mate, what about
the
that
big man
header?
pulls into that great wee area.
It's a bullet.
They have scored some of my late goals, Motherwell, haven't they?
Bullet header.
He is hanging on by a sugary peg.
I tell you what though, I'm sure I read that's like 13 or 12 or 13 games with no one.
I really do want him to I want him to turn around.
So do I, mate. So do I.
Aye, no, I don't want him to.
I like the way his team plays.
I said in the Clement show before, you just know that he's a manager that proper prepares for every game, mate.
What's the mad thing about football though, mate? So he went, it was something like 21 wins in 26, right?
That's
say for
right,
example, right? And say he's no won in 14. See if you had won 21
out of 35.
and fucking 45 as a Motherwell manager. It's unbelievable. But see, because that runs out at the one time, it's fucking mad that, isn't it?
You're spot
Don't
on,
get me
mate.
wrong, right? On the goal that they conceded, Liam Kelly's had a bit of
he's
just had a rush of blood to the head, no quite got there.
He's been great
That's
for
a
them.
confidence thing. That's a confidence thing with him. I think he's struggling a wee bit. Maybe needs to...
I think he's a captain. I think he takes it... Liam Kelly's the type, am I right in saying he takes it all quite personal, doesn't he?
Probably does.
Because he's a good pro in that. And
it's a good thing that it can have a reverse effect. Like, he's not a bad goalkeeper. He's been a very good goalkeeper for a long time. He's going through a spell now where it's not quite happening and maybe feels the captain trying too hard. Maybe thought, I'll just come and get that ball and...
He's been great. He's been great for him, though.
Came and got fuck all, really.
Yeah.
But
who was your manager that you would run him through a brick wall for?
Then.
Mine's would have been Chris McCart.
I'd probably say Big Mick.
I can honestly say I tried the exact same for every manager I've ever had. I know
See,
it's
I'm
a
a
pure
bit like
boring
what you're
answer,
saying.
but it's...
I seen Roy
it's
Keane
true.
saying that's a lot of shite. You're like what you're saying, spot on. He said, regardless even if I got on with a manager or no, I would
I
still
don't think you
keep
play for a
everything.
manager, mate.
No, I don't.
You play for a manager. You play for yourself, your club, your family, your friends, your missus, your partner, your arse. But you just play for yourself. You don't play for a manager. If you don't like a manager, you're not going to no try.
But there is certain managers that seem to get the best out of you, for me anyway.
I think I agree with you in terms of ability, but no effort.
Aye, effort, no. Should
Effort's
never be
the
that.
minimum.
I loved playing for a manager that was well prepared. I thought if he's going to put the fucking work in, if he's going to do,
I'm with you with that.
then I need to fucking put my
I
hand in
think
the
it's the
bargain.
best feeling in football as a player going on a pitch knowing exactly what's expected of you.
100%.
I think when there's grey areas all over the gaff, I think it just spreads through a team. But when you go on, you've got clear instruction, you know what you're doing, you can't go wrong. Because if you don't follow what they've said, you know they're going to come for you. But see if you follow it and you don't have a good game, chances are they'll fucking give you a bit of leeway, do you know what I mean? Because you've done what they've asked.
It's like I know we always go back to it, but as we Ange in it, with that style of play, must be so good to go and, as a player. Mate, his game, see watching Ange, the matches, I've never seen football like this. Every game you watch is incredible to watch.
You genuinely enjoy watching the game, don't you? There's not a lot of games of football I enjoy watching anymore.
Even they're 4-0 up and they're still trying to do what they're doing, and Newcastle get a goal and then potentially could have got like another goal quickly. But there was no panic, wasn't there?
Just keep passing the ball on it.
The game, I'm
buzzingly turned over Newcastle yesterday because I've been listening to the English media all week, and it's as if they're trying to fucking have him fail. 1 point, because Robbie Savage was quite critical. 1 point in 15. No arguing with Chris Sutton about it. 1 point in 15. It's no really. And Chris Sutton's like, oh, I don't be like, just trust the process. And then
that's going to happen now, though.
They go and beat Newcastle 4-0. Newcastle are now getting criticism. There's talk about maybe getting Eddie Howe out.
Oh, surely
he can't go Eddie Howe. I think he's done a great job there, hasn't he?
And then Man United, absolute dog shit. There's only one man can save Man United, and that's Ange.
Wait, why doesn't everyone not keep saying you can't sack him? What is the reason for it? Is it Nelson's no sporting director? That's why, because if you sack him, there's been 5 managers. So if you sack him, you're just going to get a new manager and then eventually sack him because there's no.
But mate, he's the one manager that's actually brought in players that he wanted. Because he brought in Onana, who you had before, Martinez that he wanted in before,
Casemiro,
and Anthony. I mean, they're his players.
I know.
In his defence,
so what's the recruitment? What's this thing about the recruitment though? You can he's brought his players in.
Well, in his defence, they went for about 4 or 5 centre halves and ended up signing Johnny Evans. So I would defend them on that.
Spent 70 million and got fucking Mason Mount.
Ten Hag is he came for Ajax and everyone talked about his football. I don't see the football.
No, he doesn't play that football.
But I think
he said that, Andy. He actually said, "I can't play the brand of football I played at Ajax here."
Why? Players,
I don't know.
They're still good players now.
What, Casemiro and that can't take the ball for the back and pass it? Rashford and
Lissandro Martinez was the one centre half he did get, and he was like 60 million.
Have you ever had a player like Rashford when you've played where his attitude's been that bad? I've never, see when I barely played, but I can never think of a player with an attitude that bad because I don't think your teammates would allow that.
I've played with one.
Have you? and with players, with players on Ireland?
I dig him out, mate. I didn't get on with him. Couldn't, great football player as well, mate, but I just couldn't have taken him, man.
I can't, I watch Rashford, I'm truly baffled at what's going on with him. It looks as if he hates football.
Aye.
But what you might also say is he might have problems where one day like you say, some days 100%. You feel amazing. He's done a no.
100%. That would be my only thing. If there's anything off the field, then I would never criticise him ever. But if it's just based on a bad attitude, or you can never be like that. But if it is, listen, if it's more than that and it goes steps into your mental health, then listen, I would never criticise him for that because I've been at times where I went out on the pitch, and when I was out there, genuinely like I was thinking about everything else but that game.
Were you really, mate?
Aye.
I've never had that, eh?
See, we had the laugh. We had the laugh, obviously, in one of the first podcasts I'd done with Charlie. No, it wasn't with Charlie, the game, but it was before that, where I sat down in 5 minutes at VL, I think it was, and I came off, and I was saying I was eating Mars bars in the way, but I remember out in that pitch, and I swear to God, I actually was like, I remember playing, I was like, I need out of this full stadium, I need away, I couldn't cope with my head was miles away, and I remember going up, and then when I actually said to the doctor, I need to go to the hospital, because I needed just out of the full stadium, I couldn't cope with being in that. So, sometimes when I will watch Rashford, you're right, sometimes I watch and I think, I don't know if there's something else there with him. Do you know what I mean? Because he plays good one game and then the next game. But there's been many games, even when I go way back to even 12, mate. I remember at 12 at Dale Park playing Rangers or Celtic, and I remember the coach is going to me, what's wrong with you at half time? And I remember saying to them at that time, going, I honestly don't know, I don't feel right, or I feel dead flat. I could never, at that age, you can't work it out. And even when I was 19, 20, I still couldn't work it out. But it's obviously now when you get older, you start to realise through maybe your working or
preparation, stuff like that.
Everything, I see signs it now happening even just through your life, but I'm older now, so I get it. But back then, I remember training or going to a game and just be stunning out in that pitch, and the last thing you're thinking about is actually the game.
Do you think every barber you go to feels like that?
I still think there is days like that though, no? Like when some days you just think, I'm just
off it, yeah.
I'm just off it, It's just
the worst feeling in the world, man. You actually can't shake it, man.
But then there's days where you go and you just think, I'm not getting tired. I'm invincible. And you
Mad,
just like, I'd love to be able
that it's
to
just
tap
your
into
head?
that whenever you could. I don't know.
Dundee, I was like that as well, mate. I just see if the manager shouted my name off the bench, I'd genuinely be devastated that was going on the pitch. Just didn't know what to be there. Hated it, man. Fucking first time I get a nervous wreck, man.
Doesn't matter how good you're, mate. If it's your he's like that, your nature.
See the COVID season at Hearts, like I was a bit like that at times.
That was no fans of that, wasn't it?
No fans, you're like, ah, fucking, because I hate friendlies, mate. Hate friendlies, pre-season friendlies, and I fucking hate them. I think COVID season, just every game felt like a friendly to me.
What about you? You ever have it, Kev?
I just.
You did bad with the gambling, though, didn't you?
So my mind was elsewhere with other things, but like Andy says, there was games where you started well and you knew no matter what you were going to do, that game was going to go swimmingly well. And there was games where you would try every ounce of energy you had, but you just couldn't get anything to go right, anything to do well. And you
Were you good at shutting problems off outside the game?
Aye, once I got into the game,
you'd forget about it all.
Forget about it. But see, once I get in the shower room, got showered, got thing, and jumped in my motor, that's when maybe like the realisation set in. Sometimes I was like, fucking hell, I've just did this, but I did this last night in the computer or something, and fucking I'm like, oh shit, what did I do? And then my mind just goes away into another thing, and it was bonkers. But that's the thing with football. Like for years we criticised players, but you don't know what's going through their head, what's happened. Like, they keep so many secrets now. It's tough for men to talk and stuff, and things like that. This cliche that men can't talk, but there's a lot of guys probably play. You think how many footballers are playing on Saturday afternoon? How many are actually got other issues going on that they don't talk about? And it affects their performance. We're no robots. Everybody's expected to turn up and be absolutely brilliant. Like even here, some days in this podcast, I fucking sometimes walk up here and think, fucking hell, I can't be arsed with this.
We've noticed.
Aye, and the day I've just rocked up and I fucking hadn't got a clue what I'm talking about.
You've been on fire. Because it's fucking 12 o'clock. Hibs beat Livy.
That was a certainty.
In a row, mate.
That for me was a certainty.
What is this the season?
What goes on?
Ross County have picked up.
Do they need to change
Johnson have picked up.
Do Livy need to change something?
Again, I think you just need to look at it and go, St Johnstone and Ross County have got better players than Livingston. Am I wrong in saying that?
You're right.
But for Livingston to go, what's your best chances of sort of getting out of this? What did they do?
Just better players, didn't you?
Better players.
How did they get that?
You'll need to try and find a couple of gems in January, won't you?
And some of this.
He's done it in the past, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Davey does everything right. That's he says he does everything. He's been on the interviews and said this. See, up until they changed the coaching staff, they obviously had the Begera. They promoted up the boy Neil Hastings up. Who was in coaching before that? That was
Marvin Bartley,
right? So since Marvin's left,
Dougie was in there.
So since Marvin's left, they've had Bear in. They've pushed Neil Hastings up. They've now got Bratton Rice in.
Yeah.
Is there something changed training wise, or because I know Davey still does a lot? Is there something changed?
I know Chipper does a lot in any job that he's been in. He does the coaching, mate. So you'd imagine he'd be coming in there. Maybe Davey thought he needed somebody else on the team.
Davey's obviously talked at the weekend about the transfer window's coming up. We need to get players in, but it's budgets because we don't have much of a budget. Does it just feel like this is the first time he's probably felt?
I think it's the first time that he sounds defeated, Davey Martindale.
Aye.
I always think remember he came out and went, we want to get relegated. He doesn't seem like he's talking in that sort of way this year. It's almost like he feels like it's coming.
Even the end of last season, I think, though, he started, I heard a lot of that. It was about, he kept going on about the budget and kept going on about it. And it sort of carried on to this season as well. I don't know if it's just got to a stage where it's
like what you say with Rodgers, mate. See when you're always talking that negative, it does transfer to players, mate. See when you're negative in the press all the time, players look at it and go, are we fucked?
Well, that's what, like, on that note, when I look back at how I coach the kids, the one thing that I would change is sometimes I emphasise too much on the negativity. So if I'm giving the kids negativity all the time, that's what they're going to think about.
Of course it is.
Oh, Kev just wanted this, Kev just wanted that. So I need to start trying to be more positive. That's all part of learning. And that's where Davey, he's always been positive. Like you say, he has come out and said in the past, no, we'll not get relegated this year. I've got a group of players, but now it's like starting to, and I get that because it's pressure. It is pressure because you have to think about some of the teams in this league. When they get relegated, right, there's always a good chance they're going to come back up. See with Livingston, if they get relegated, there's a chance that they could go because they don't have
Aye.
the fan base.
Yeah.
They're relying on TV money from Celtic,
pressure
Rangers,
on them,
Sky.
isn't
There's a
there?
lot of
For the
pressure.
full club ahead.
Whereas Dundee's got a fan base. Johnson's got a bit of a. They've got good backers behind them. Your Dundee United that went down have got a multi-million, billion-pound business guy that runs it. Livy don't have that. So the pressure of getting relegated is multiplied by 10 because of the nature of, well, what happens if we go down? How do we finance a team to compete in the Championship?
I bet you wish you sold Newbury in the summer now.
I bet he wish he took the fucking St Johnson job.
I agree, mate. I
You
said
said
at the time.
that, I wasn't sure it, but
It's just so tiring, mate. Having the lowest budget in the league every year, trying to stay up. It's tough, mate. Eh? He must be fucking shattered, man. Fighting fire, doing everything at the club. I would have went to a more stable, like you say, club with more resources. St.
If he
Johnstone.
had left
Fresh
and went to
start.
St Johnson, that would have been Livy for me. But he has stayed there for whatever reason it is. He thinks he can keep that team in the league and keep them going, but it must be tiring every season having to fight that fight with budgets and I don't know. It must be difficult.
You talk about generating funds though. Like, obviously, he put on what you look as if it was an unrealistic price tag on Joe Newbury in the summer.
Should
He
have
put
sold
a
him.
lot of people away, and if he sold them, listen, what happened when they get rid of London Dykes? Got a couple of million
kicked
for
on,
him,
you're
invested
right,
it in the squad, got 2-3 in, got a Newbury in. If you do the same again with Newbury in the summer after he had such a good season, you can invest it into the squad.
That's
but
what I mean.
now we're 6 months on, Newbury's not
poor.
had a good season.
Newbury's been
for
very, very
standard.
poor, and he'll leave at the end of the season on a free.
But do you also get that with players, Kev? When you do not back bids for them, do they then think,
Oh well, some do.
You've
You've seen it yourself.
You've
You've seen it yourself. Some do. But like Andy's made a very good point. That the money that they could have got for Newbury, whether if they'd have the asking price, somebody would have paid maybe 500 grand for Newbury. I don't doubt they'd probably.
Oh, I do.
What would 500 grand have done for Livy? And Davy could have went and got a gem. Because if you look at like Dundee, some of the players they've got up front there,
Tiffany's,
Zach Runs,
The boy Bakioko's good.
yeah, he's done well, mate. He has.
these players are out there. There's players in the lower leagues at England. I mean, I heard something last week there that the National League in England's full time.
some teams are, mate,
The National League's full time.
Oh, the full
And I'm
time, is
sitting
it?
there like, thinking, wow, that's the fifth tier of English
That's
football.
mad, innit?
That's us done, lads.
That was, in my opinion, one of the best
Oh,
podcasts for a long time.
Sorry, boys.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz. What's your favourite Christmas film?
Favourite Christmas film? Hold on.
Do you remember?
That's a
When,
wonderful
do
life.
you remember when you grew up? We used to, when I was in my grand, your nanas or something. You used to see your uncles always doing the roll-ups with a wee bit of tobacco in it. Remember that? Don't know why I said it. Right,
See,
first to get this, what player?
Robbie Philippe.
Amazing for you. Amazing. What's your, just before you go here, what's been your most listened song this year?
Oh, good.
Oh,
Your
mine
Spotify Wrapped.
was Morgan Wallen.
What was
I'm
yours,
only
mate?
going to
Morgan
say mine.
Wallen.
It's quite embarrassing.
Country.
Aye.
Brilliant.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That was mine.
Is it that Luke Combs that everyone's mad
He's
for, innit?
he's class.
But
Is he?
But
Morgan
he
Wallen
only
was my...
he hunts animals, which I don't like.
What?
He hunts animals, deers.
Do you know what song
So
I
does
love
Kevin
just now?
Thompson, didn't he say
Have you heard Pink's new
Does he?
song? I love it.
Pink's just
I'm
brilliant.
never
man.
gonna not.
I can't stand her.
Knew it?
Is that
For
not?
months, is it not?
I didn't really get a chance.
What's your
to
been
know
your
the
most?
music.
What's been your number one on the?
I don't know Spotify.
I don't do Spotify either.
What's been your most on the
I just
taxi?
listen to Heart 70s, mate. Eh?
That's just class, isn't
Taxi,
it?
probably, what do you call him? Read a bit of James Blunt. I like a bit of James Blunt. Remember the boy that won
No wonder you crash all the time. James Blunt.
No, the guy.
What song?
No, the guy that won the America's Got Talent. The big Hawaiian dude.
Will Young.
No, it wasn't Will Young. It was.
Oh, the big guy whose dad died. He's
yeah.
incredible.
So
mate.
that reminded my
Where's my
situation with my dad. So I listened to that song quite a lot. It's
What have
quite
I got?
sad. And
What's yours, Sonny?
I'm not your father. We're just two grown men saying goodbye.
Keep going, Biggie.
No need to forget. No need to forget. I know